morning, student. In today's session, we will see the topic of backward chaining, which is the part 2 of the session. Already in first session, we say about what is forward chaining and what are the different kinds of properties of the forward chaining. And we take different kinds of examples to do about the forward chaining. Forward chaining is one of the data-driven approach where we will take in different kinds of facts. From the facts, we will move towards the goal. This is what we have seen in the forward chaining. And forward chaining is coming under the searching method of breadth first search by taking different kinds of facts, and we will move towards the goal actually. So in today's session, we will see about the next level of chaining, which what we call as a backward chaining. Okay, so in backward chaining, we are going to attain the goal. From the goal, we are going to move towards the backtracking, which what we called as towards the sub goals. And from the sub goals, we move towards the facts. If the facts are right, then we can conclude that the goal is being right. Okay, so in backward chaining, we will take it in the reverse process to reach the facts. So based on the different kinds of facts that you are attained, we can able to conclude the backward chaining. So let me see about the introduction part of the backward chaining. Backward chaining is called as a goal-driven approach, where already we know about forward chaining will be called as a data-driven approach. Here, backward chaining is called as a goal-driven approach or a goal-driven technique, where we retain the goal, which what we retain the shallowest node. Once you reach the shallowest node, based on the shallowest node, already I told what is the shallowest node. The node will not have a further expansion. The node which is not having any other child nodes are called as a shallowest node, the last node in the set of tree. And once we reach the particular node, that is once we reach the goal, whether the goal which we reach is a right or not right. So in that particular situation, we want to go for backtracking of each and every goal, each and every sub goals, and we will reach the facts. So once we reach the facts, then we can able to attain the different kinds of logical connectivities to make it whether the goal whatever we reach is been right or wrong. So based on that, we can able to attain the goal we reached is been right. So backward chaining is also known as a top-down approach, and backward chaining uses a depth first search strategy, which already we know that we know about depth first search. We will travel in any one of the node by depthly. We will go to the maximum level, whatever the tree which is available. Or once we reach the last node, that what we called as the shallowest node. So we will through the backtracking system, we will come back to know about whether the travel nodes is being correctly make it or not. So based on that, the depth first search is being made. So one thing we can able to know about backward chaining as well as a forward chaining. When you go for breadth first search, the memory is the one of the constraint that you should take it. But in case of depth first search, memory is not going to take it because only the node that you are going to travel, that particular route path is going to be available in your memory. So the memory is one of the consideration that you can take it as in the depth first search algorithm. And in case of forward chaining algorithm, I told what are the different kinds of applications that the forward chaining algorithm is used in the part 1 of the presentation. In case of backward chaining, it is usable for your diagnostic prescriptions and as well as debugging applications and all, it will be available. And where it will require a finite number of possible conclusions. So we can generate about what are the finite number of possible conclusions that we can take it in the backward chaining. And before going to taken about further information about the backward chaining, you want to know one basic information known as an infer. So conclusion drawn using the observation and reasoning, or conclusion reached based on the evidence. That is what we call as an infer. So that infer rule will be applied in the backward chaining. So that is a very important rule which will able to conclude what are the different kinds of observation that you learned, or what are the different kinds of evidence that you are having. Based on the evidence, you can come to the conclusion in the backward chaining. That is why they are giving some kind of information related to the backward chaining. Backward chaining algorithm is a form of reasoning which starts with a goal and works backward chaining through the rules to find out the known facts and support the goal. Or we can also call it as a goal is broken into sub goals or sub goals to the truth to the facts, whether the fact has been true or not actually. So let me see about what are the different kinds of properties available, like whatever we see in the forward chaining. Okay. So backward chaining is based on the modus ponens inferences rule. That the rules we will see it in the what is inferences. Already told what is inferences. The conclusion drawn using the observation and reasoning, or the conclusion that you reached based on the evidence. So that will be called as an inferences rules. So we have different kinds of inferences rules to be applied. Out of that, one rule is being applied for the backward chaining. And the next line, what we just told about the goal we have available. From the goal, we want to broken to the sub goal, or we want to taken to the sub decisions. That decisions will to be proved based on some different facts to be taken actually. Okay, and backward chaining algorithm is used in game theory and automated theorem, in inferences engines and proof assistance, and various AI applications are available where the backward chaining is being available. So once we go for the examples that we see all kind of activities. So let me take the diagrammatical representation how the backward chaining will be done actually. So at the right hand side, you can see decision 4, that is what the goal we have attained. From the goal, we are subdividing the sub goals, which what we called as a decision 1 and decision 2. Okay, so these two decisions is being connected by using a logical connectivity of a conjunction, which what we call as an AND. Further, the decision 1 is being divided into facts, fact 1 as well as a fact 2. The same way, decision 2 is being divided into fact 3 and fact 4. But one thing is, in decision 1 to be taken based on fact 1 and fact 2 with the help of logical connectivity, and decision 2 you can take fact 3 or you can take fact 4. So if the fact 1 and fact 2 to be definitely should be satisfied, and out of the decision 2, any one of the fact, that is whether it is a fact 3 or fact 4, any one of the fact should be attained. So if any one of the facts should be attained, then we can able to conclude the goal that we have traveled is the right one. So this is the way where the backward chaining is being applied. So let me take about what is the inferences rules to be made. It is an abductive rules or abductive inferences rule. This is a rule which is being applied in the backward chaining. Okay, where you can see about the statement conclude from B and A implies B to the conclusion of A. This is what the statement that we have been applied over here. So the street is wet. If it is raining, the street is wet. So it is raining. So this is a statement that we are moving towards the back from the goal what we have reached, and towards the facts that we have traveled, so that we can able to justify or we can be able to identify whether we have done the right thing or not actually. So let me take the example, what the previous example that we taken as like in the forward chaining, the same example I taken in the backward chaining. In what way the same kind of example can able to derive by taking to an sub goals or taking to an multiple facts to be reach over to the attain the different kinds of facts. So as per the law, it is a crime for an American to sell weapons to an hostile nation. Country A, an enemy of an America, has some missiles, and all the missiles were sold by an Robert, who is an American citizen. So this is what the sentences which is given over here. And in backward chaining, which we will start with the goal predicate, which is criminal of Robert. So criminal of Robert is being concluded. But what we want to do in the sense, we want to infer. I already told what is the meaning of infer. That is, you want to come to the conclusion based on using the observation or reasoning, or the conclusion reached based on the evidence what you are having. So here the evidence represent about the sub goals. The evidence represent about the facts what is available in the content which is given in the example. So based on this evidence or based on this observation, we want to conclude the different kinds of sub goals. From the sub goals, you are going to derive the different kinds of facts. If the facts are being available properly, then we can conclude that the statement is right. So this is the way where the backward chaining is being applied. So before going to apply the backward chaining, what is the first level of work? We want to convert the given statement to the first order logic statement as we done it in the forward chaining. So the same way we want to done all the statements to be available in the paragraph, and any other logical connectivities are available. Then we want to convert that particular statements to the first order logic statement. Once we convert it to the first order logic statement, then we can go to the backward chaining. So this is a level of property, or this is a level of stages that we want to derive. So let me know how to convert the given statements to the first order logic statements. So it is crime for an American to sell weapons to an hostile nation, which where it is an American who are selling an weapons to an hostile nation, it is going to be considered as a criminal. So regarding the backward chaining, in what way your observation or your vision should be related to the first order logic statement, in the sense you want to see from the right hand side and move towards the left hand side. Because right hand side represent the goal regarding the implication, because we know that implication is the represent about the antecedent as well as a consequent. So here we want to travel from consequent and move towards the back. So when you see about the first statement, your vision should be from the right hand side. That is, you reach the goal, but when you are reaching the goal, which are all the facts is going to be satisfied to reach the goal. So your vision or your way of approach should be from right hand side to the left hand side. So when you see the first order logic statement over here, you see the right hand side right hand side is a criminal of P. So P is one of the variable that is going to be substituted by a Robert or any other person, depends upon the statement which is given for you. So from that particular statement, you are moving towards the backside and see what are all the facts which is going to be available over here, or which are all the statements that is being compensated, or which are the statement can go for substitution to reach the particular goal. So that is very important. So in that first order logic statement, which is given as a first statement, is travel from the right hand side, which is a criminal of P, and we move towards the back by mentioning about an American of P, weapons of Q, or cells of P comma Q comma or hostile of or. So this kind of statements and all, we want to take it as a different kinds of facts, or we want to take it as a sub goals to derive over through the facts, then we will conclude the statement. So you can see about I given which are all the statements I just converted to an first order logic statement. I taken as a rule number 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, depends upon the statement numbering actually. So here we will take all the statements. For example, all of the missiles were sold to a country A by a robot. Okay, so here robot is being the robot which is being mentioned over here will be taken in the right hand side. So what I just told you want to see from the right hand side and move towards the left hand side. So cells of Robert comma P comma A will be at right hand side, which what the goal state, and we want to move towards the left hand side, which what the facts. So what is the fact is going to concluded? The fact is going to concluded by missiles of P and zones of A comma P. So these two things will be concluded the statement. So let me see one by one by taking about the first order logic statements. So we can able to conclude in what way the backward chaining can able to attain. The same way the next statements like missiles or weapons. So missiles are weapons in the sense, in the statements, once if you go see the example, let me again go for the example. When you see about the example say that the American to sell weapons, that selling of weapons will be a missile. So this is one of the representation that you should identify, because when the statements are available with some contradiction, you should understand that wherever the missile is available, it represents to be a weapons, and wherever the weapons to be available, they are to be the missile. That is a statement to be made over here. But one thing to be clear in the sense, wherever missile is available, that you should consider as a weapons. That's what the statement is clearly mentioned over here. Okay, so again, I should not take it the weapons to be available as a missile, because even though it is one of the statement, if there is some other weapons are available, then that particular moment of time I will take it not only missiles to be the weapon, there will be any other gun or any other explosive that is also to be considered as a part of the weapon. So that particular moment of time will get some confusion. So they are clearly mentioned about that wherever missiles is available, which implies related to the statement, which implies the weapons are available. So you can able to compensate these two people. Okay, so enemy of an America is known as an hostile. So in that situation, we want to make it overall the enemy of an America, they are all to be called as an hostile. So hostile is actually they are going to conclude. In what way they are going to constrain the hostile of P? When P which is going to be substituted by the person, okay, P is going to be substituted by the person known as an Robert, okay, who is an enemy of an America to be a hostile nation. So this is what the statement to be concluded over here. The next statement is country A is an enemy of America. So we will write it as a simple statement, enemy of A comma America as a statement, because that is a direct statement which is given. Robert is an American, that statement is directly available, so there is no need of any first order logic statement to be available. American will be represent about the predicate. What I already told about the predicate will represent about what the subject is or what the subject is doing. Here it represents what the subject is. The subject is an American. So American of robot, which we just run it over on the rule number 8. Now we go to the summarization of all the first order logic statement that we derived. So these are all the first order logic statements that we derived from the given statement, which we converted to a predicate logic statement. So based on these statements, we want to conclude over the facts which is given. So again, I'm let go to the example. What the example they given over it and what is the goal we reach it. Again, I will take it this particular line. In backward chaining, we will start with the goal predicate, which is a criminal of Robert. Okay, and then infer the further rule. This is what the statement is given. So let we see about how this particular statements will do the backward chaining. So step number 1. In step number 1, we will take the goal facts. What is the goal facts which is given over here? Criminal of Robert. And from the goal fact, we will infer other facts. And at last, we will provide those facts to be true. So our goal fact is that Robert is a criminal. So the following is the predicate for it. So this is a statement that they have been concluded this statement. But based on this concluded, we want to move towards the backside to know about whether we reach the goal or not. That is, sorry, we reach the facts or not actually. So this is the first level of work. So what I already told that whenever you are seeing the first order logic statement, especially in backward chaining, with the implication statement, you see right hand side as a vision, and from the right hand side you move towards the left hand side to see about what are all the different kinds of facts available. Based on the facts, you are come to the conclusion over here. So now the criminal of Robert is available. So which particular statement the criminal of Robert will be satisfied? One is an American of P and followed by the sales of P comma Q comma R and weapons. So these are all the different kinds of statements that to be concluded. So we will see that particular one. You can see that at the second step, we will infer the other facts from the goal facts which satisfy the rules. So we can able to see in rule number 1, the goal predicate criminal of Robert is present with the substitution of Robert with the name of P. So what I'm going to do now in the sense, when compared to step 1 and here they given criminal of Robert, but the normal statement we written over in the first order logic statement. If you want, I will go to the first order logic statement. What is the summarization? So you can see the summarization statement of the rule number 1, American of P, weapon of Q, and cells of P comma Q comma R and hostile of R. Here we know about that criminal of P. So criminal of P, which is what the statement. But when I take step number 1, which is the conclusion of a criminal of Robert, I can able to conclude that the P should be substituted by Robert. Okay, so that substitution is also made in the facts. So instead of P, the Robert will be substituted. In other places, you can see sales of P comma Q comma R. In that particular situation, P could be substituted as an Robert. So when I'm writing the statement, you can see the statement to be clearly mentioned, American of Robert followed by weapons of Q, because we don't know till now who is a Q, and sales of Robert comma Q comma R and hostile of R. So this is the second level of steps that we can able to substitute it. But one thing is, once you substituted the direct statement, we will not able to further expand it. If you are not able to further expand it, that the fact has been concluded, which is not able to further expand it in the sense, in that situation, you can put the symbol which is there given at the bottom, which is mean that it is not further expanded because we substituted the statement. Okay, so that's the statement is going to be n. That is the meaning for the statement which they given over here. So what is the next step? So in next step, what we will do it, we will see about what are all the different kinds of statement which will compensate other people's. So before that, you can see one conclusion they made it in the sense. Let I go to the again go to the summarization of the first order logic statement. You can see that when I'm going to conclude the criminal of Robert, only in the sense when American of P and weapons of Q and sales of P comma Q comma R and hostile of R, which what the and symbol which will be called in the logical connectivity with the name of conjunction. So the and symbol will be named in the name of logical connectivity with the name of conjunction. So the conjunction symbol is being applied between all the facts which is been available. So when you are writing to a backward chaining, how we can able to represent it in the physical representation. So you can see that there is one semi arc is being given over here, which is a representation that this all the things to be true, then only I can able to conclude that the criminal of Robert. So this the symbol, whatever my mouse is being presently showing over in the presentation, this is the symbol of an conjunction symbol, which means that the American of Robert and weapon of Q and sales of Robert comma Q comma R and hostile of R. This all the statement should be conjunction. Then the statement of criminal of Robert should be true. That's what the statement is going to conclude over here. So let we go to step 3. So what is the step 3 is available? In step 3, we will extract the further facts of missiles of Q, which is going to be infer with some kind of satisfying of rule actually. So we already told about that the weapons of Q will be taken to be in the form of missiles of Q actually. Here they are substituting some kind of variable over here to know about that we reached some kind of destination actually. That is why they given over here weapon Q is also true with the substitution of constant T1 at Q. So why the T1 the constant is given over here in the sense there is a difference between variable and constant. So here why I've been apply the constant in the sense here I'm just going to conclude that there is no further expansion is available. So I'm just applying the constant with the T1. So that is the name which has been applied over here. Okay, so let me go to the next one. What is step 4? So when you go for step 4, we have reached all the info of facts, which is nothing but your missiles of T1 and ones of A comma T1. Okay, these two things to be substituted from the sales of Robert comma T1 comma R. So this is a statement you can able to substitute over here. Let me summarize over the first order logic statement which is already available. So you can see the summarization of the rule number 4. When you see the rule number 4, we can able to go for sales of Robert comma P comma A which is going to be substituted by the statement, whatever the statement which has been available over here. Okay, so that is Q actually. Yes, that is Q, Robert comma Q comma A. So that particular moment of time, I'm just going to substitute that particular statement with the name of sales of Robert comma T1 comma R, which is going to be taken in this two statement. But one thing to be very clear, that when these two statements to be concluded with the conjunction symbol, then only the statement is available. That's what is been available. You can see it over in the first order logic statement. Yes, you can see that the rule number 4, that sales of Robert comma the statement whatever is available, that is being congested by the name of congestion symbol with the missiles as well as an owns of A comma P. So that's why when you go to the step 4, one thing should be listen over it. This two should have some kind of a combination by putting an arc symbol, semi-arc symbol, by combining the missiles of T1 and owns of A comma T1. And further, there is no expansion is available. That is why I'm just putting this, so that we can able to conclude that the statement is right. Then there is no further expansion is available. So these two statements are proved here. Now you can see this is a final one, which where we can see that there is a conjunction symbol is being applied over here. At the bottom, they are very clear that there is no further expansion is available, and the constants are substituted in the name of variable. So hence all the statements are proved using the backward chaining. So once it is proved, then I can conclude that criminal of Robert is being true, because the goal is we attain. But when I go in the backward through the different kinds of facts, I can able to conclude all the facts from the sub goals. So that particular moment of time, I can able to prove that the backward chaining is done properly over that, so that I can able to conclude that criminal of Robert is true. Okay, so this is the one way of expansion, how the backward chaining can able to done when at the base of NLP, when you are giving an different kinds of statements to be given to the system. Okay, let I take some other examples to be clearly over it to understand how the backward chaining can able to attain with the name of facts and rules. Because when you take about both forward chaining as well as a backward chaining, two peoples are essentially to be available in your mind. One is the facts and second one is the rules. When there is any rules is going to be compensated in the facts, then that particular rules to be taken to the facts. So let me see that particular example to be the next slide. So this is an example for the backward chaining proof. Okay, before going to the backward chaining proof, let I take about the forward chaining, so that you can able to clearly identify how the backward chaining process is being available. So first I will go to the forward chaining proof. So when you go to the forward chaining proof, two things take it in your mind. We have two kinds of peoples available to conclude the statement. One is a fact, second one is the rules. Okay, so facts, here you can see there is a circle is being given. Inside the facts, they are given A, E and B, C. These are all the facts which is available, and there are some rules available at the bottom, which what we called as an F and B, which implies Z, C and D, which implies F, and A implies D. So these are all the facts which has been available. So the first thing we want to match with the facts is actually A. So when the A is available, then we can implies that the D is going to be the implication, or D is going to be the goal that we make it. So when I take it to execute the statement, whenever A is available, which is implies that the D is going to be taken to the execute statement. So what happened? D is also taken to the fact. So when D is taken to the fact, now what are all the different facts available? A, E, B, C and D, the facts are available. Okay. So what I can able to conclude in the sense, when the facts C and D have been taken, I can go for implication of F. Okay, so thereby I can able to know the new facts. So this new facts will be taken to the facts of A, E, C, B, D and F. So once that F is being taken over here, then using the F and B, I can able to attain the new facts, which is what the Z. So the final stage, we can able to know that all the facts we identified and we reach the particular goal. So A, E, C, B, D, F and Z. So this is the way where the forward chaining is being done over there. Okay, so we will see how the backward chaining is being done over it. So here the backward chaining process is where again I've been taking over the statement. Backward chaining is where your goal is being broken to the sub goals or sub goals to prove the facts which is being true or not. So we want to move from the goal and towards the backward. That's why I just told, whenever you are seeing any kind of an first order logic statement related to the backward chaining, you see the right hand side in the implication process and move towards the left hand side. So here we can see that the first two rules is Z, that is already concluded. So what is our objective is, we want to conclude the statement which what we known as an Z. From the Z, we want to travel towards the facts to know whether the goal is being right or wrong. So what we are doing in the sense, we need Z over here. Okay, because that Z is going to be in the facts. we check it whether this fact has been available or not. No, this fact has not been available. Okay, but if this fact is going to be true, sorry, if this goal is going to be true, then we need two kinds of factors available. One fact is get F and get B. So if F and B is the fact to be available, then I can compute it over the Z. So this is the one statement I can able to take it over here. Let I take it the second level. So what is the second level? In second level, you can see that C is available. Okay, so here the C is going to be available, but I need a F because my goal is actually F. But related to the fact, only C is available. So what I need in the sense, if the goal F I want to reach it, I need the two kinds of facts. One is C and as well as D. C is already available. Then I want to get the D. So this is a thing that I am able to understand. Let me go to the next level. What is the next level? Next level, we are having A is being needed, A is being available in the facts, and we want the D because D is a goal. So now what happened? This is going to be satisfied. What is going to be satisfied? We have the goal and as well as we have the facts. Because when you compare the other people's which is available in the previous one, when you take about Z is a goal available, but regarding the two facts F and B, only B is available, F is not available in the facts, so we cannot able to prove it. So now you can go to the third stage of the rule where D is going to be the goal and A is going to be the fact. So now it is being satisfied. Okay, because A is available over here and we want the D. Okay, so we can able to make it that A implies D, where D is a goal and A is the fact. So this D is going to be updated in the facts. When the D is going to be updated in the facts, then we have the rule of N to be substituted for the next level of rule, that is F is going to be the rule, then to be concluded by C and D. Now C is being taken to the fact so that we can able to conclude the C and D. So when the C and D is being taken as a different kinds of facts which conclude the F, then F will be taken to the fact. When F is taken to the facts, then the further goal what we needed is the Z. So Z will be satisfied when in the sense when F and Z is being available in the facts. Yes, F and Z is available in the facts. When F and Z is available in the facts, then Z can be moved to the facts. Now you can see all the facts to be available by the name of Z, which is what we got as a goal state. So we are reaching the goal state by compensating, or we are taking different kinds of sub goals as well as the facts. We can able to conclude that the goal is being right, or the goal whatever we reach using the searching method of depth first search with the name of an goal driven approach is being right. So this is the way the representation of backward chaining is being done actually. So these two examples, I think you can take it whenever you are free, you can go through this particular slide. If you have any query, you can put it over in my WhatsApp, or you can put it my mail actually, so that I can able to clarify if there is any other clarification is needed for you. And we will go for further exercises we will given related to forward chaining and backward chaining. Okay, so now you can see in what way we will travel related to the NLP. First thing is we taken a sentence and converted to the proposition logic statement, which what we will call it as an declarative statement. Second level, we taken some of the statement which cannot able to concluded by the proposition logic statement. We taken to the first order predicate logic statement. So that is the second level of work. And third level of work, what we done it in the sense, we taken the different kinds of statement, whatever we converted using the first order logic statements, we've taken to the chaining method, where there are two kinds of chaining method available, forward and backward chaining method, to conclude in the knowledge base with the name of inferences rule, which use about how the conclusions are drawn using the observation and the reasoning. So all the forward and backward chaining will conclude the given statements to be known whether it has been rightly we will travel or not, or rightly the goal is being attained, or rightly the fact has been attained over. So this is the third stage, and the fourth stage we will go for the resolution that we will see in the future slide. Okay, so thank you for your patience. For further videos, you can visit arunai.org/STEM. Thank you.